So, to start off today's Legacy stream, we're going to be playing some Eldrazi Stompy. This is a deck I used to play a bunch. I've not played it in about a year. I think it could be well positioned at the moment. It's very good against Miracles, and it's very good against Rogue Delver, which are like two of the decks to beat. It also has reasonable game against Death and Taxes, so I was pretty interested in playing some games with this. It can struggle against some combo decks, but I think it could be well positioned at the moment. I'm inclined to keep this. It's got 2 temples, right? Which was really exciting. Get to go 2/2 into 4/4 into Smash. This hand isn't interactive. If our opponent's on like a combo deck, we're probably gonna get killed. But if they're on any sort of mid-range strategy or aggressive strategy, this hand is very good. Ooh, Goblins. They're living up to their username, Gobbo Hunter. Are we putting on a fast clock on the play against Goblins? Hopefully they don't have a Wasteland. Kinda want to be able to smash next turn. Pile driver, okay. Am I going to respect the existence of the stupid 1/1? Whatever it's called. The goblin that cheats in other goblins. I think I could respect the existence of that card and just swing with these two. Yeah, they've conceded anyway. Cool. Didn't matter. That was abrupt. So we want these Ratchet Bombs, I assume, just as more interaction. All is Dust seems absurd. And maybe Spyglass for Ether Vial. It only really hits Ether Vial, so it doesn't do that much for us, but it could still be good. Yeah. City Goblins. We've got the beefier tribal deck. I'm actually a bit scared of us being on the draw. We don't have many ways to interact with the stupid 1/1. Chalice seems really bad in this matchup, especially on the draw. I could see it being fine on the play, but I think we just want like more ways to interact with the board, right? Just cut the chalices. Hey, Minifer. I think I like this. I could see trying to make room for this Spyglass. We want all our mana sources in this matchup because they're trying to cut us off mana. And we're always just going to have cards left at the end of games. Jitte and Wail are both good just because we need some way to interact. I don't know. I would like the second Spyglass. I'm just not sure what it would be over. Maybe it's just better than a Wail, but let's just try running it back like this, just cutting the chalices for now. Yeah, I'm going to be playing lots of Legacy Python these coming couple weeks, because I have the Legacy PT coming up. Okay, we don't have any threats in this hand, but we're on the draw, and we have answers to a turn 1 Lackey. So I think I have to keep this. We also have lots of soul lands. We have like 3 soul lands, and like a pseudo soul land with Urborg. So I think I like this hand, even though we don't have threats, and kind of have to draw into some quickly. Alright, we have answers to this lackey, which is good. I think... Am I just going to go Ancient Tomb Warping Wail? And then I can save my Dismember. Does mean I might be taking damage I don't need to take off this tomb. But the Dismember's not actually going to cost us too much life later because of the Urborg, so I think this is fine. And like the Urborg can stop the Ancient Tomb from hurting us too much as well. This is like, this is kind of good for them, the fact they have the Vial with like a really land-light hand, but it's also kind of awkward, right? They if we draw a threat or two in the next couple draw steps, we're probably just going to murder them before they get their stuff online. Okay, guess I am attacking. Probably going to play this Urborg, because that lets me Dismember without paying life, should they sneak in a lackey here. You do not approve of this choice. Eldrazi's good though, David. I don't know. I think it's good. Wanted to give it a try at least. So yeah, this cuts us off 3 mana, so hitting the Eye of Ugin seems like the right call there. Because it also cuts us off an Urborg mana. A positive attitude to life is good. Oh my god, David. That's the least David thing I've ever heard. So we knew there was this risk when we kept the hand that we might just not draw into enough threats. I still think it was a fine keep. We had the interaction for the turn 1 lackey, which a lot of our hands just don't have access to. We also were really resilient against Wasteland, which was nice. With so many soul lands, it just hasn't really panned out. Is this going to be one of the cost reducers? Yeah, Chieftain. Okay. I can probably wait to see what they put in before killing this, right? But then I'm just gonna kill this. Alright, so target the Chieftain. Don't have to take any damage, because Urborg being great. Reshaper is kind of decent. So let's play the Reshaper. I think I do want to attack here. I can block one of the pile drivers, right? Reshaper's like fine here, right? It blocks a pile driver and gives us a redraw towards another threat. Obviously we'd rather draw a Smasher or something, but 4 mana. Yep, it begins. You cut Whispers of the Muse from your battle box. That seems strictly incorrect, David. Why would you do such a thing? This is scary. Goblin Matron. I have a feeling we're dead. We do have an All's Dust in our deck if we survive this attack somehow. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're just actually dead. They're all 9 power. Cool. I am dead. I am quite dead. Alright, alright. Let's, I think I want the second Spyglass. I think they just get these draws like that one that lean really hard on Vial. I think not having the second Spyglass in was probably a mistake. What am I cutting for it? Honestly, I could just cut a Karakas. Is Karn reasonable here? I think Karn seems kind of bad. I think I just want to, like... I think they win the long game. Most of the time. It makes huge blockers, does it? We don't have that many artifacts in our deck. I'm not in love with the idea of Karn. I think I just need to, like, interact a tiny bit and kill my opponent. I also suspect I'm cutting this Karakas. Karakas seems fine. I'm just, like, trying to figure out what the worst card is. I have played Eldrazi lists before, just with 24 lands. Oh, seems fine as a cut. Awesome. Let's try this. I would like to go first. I think this hand's fine. If they have a Wasteland, we're in a lot of trouble. But I think this is fine. Any land gives turn 3 Smasher. We have a Dismember's interaction for our lackey. We kinda have to fade Wasteland, but I think this is a reasonable keep. Yeah, if I was on the draw, I might feel a bit more hesitant. On the play, this feels fine. That is a Rishadan port. Oh my god. They have Vial, which means they can just, like, aggressively port us now. So this is actually a problem. I think the port wouldn't be scary if they didn't have the Vial down. But now that they have the Vial down, they just get to, like, use their lands every turn to disrupt us. Yeah, this is pretty rough news for us. At least we have a 2-2. A 2-2 and a dream. Oh my god. Lackey. I have to, like, spew this Dismember already. Okay. That's a good draw. Jeez, that is a very good draw. I probably am just meant to smash here. I could wait a turn and, like, hope to get an Endbringer in play, but I think I just need to kill my opponent as quickly as humanly possible. Hope that their hand isn't like very strong and swing for a bunch. Oh my god. Yep. That's one of the better Sting Scourges I've seen. Plague Wind. Now we don't have a 2/2. We don't. I miss my 2/2. I loved that 2/2 dearly. They also missed a land drop, which means they have 4 spells in hand, which is a thing. Okay. I get it. Oh my god. I meant to respond to the message that Gobbo Hunter sent. Never mind. Oh, well, not the best showing for round 1. Getting murdered by Gobbos. I think I've only faced Goblins once before with this deck and I ended up beating it, but you do have to like hit a bunch of soul lands against them. Hey there, Auri. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Like, whenever you play one of these Stompy decks, you just have to cross your fingers a bunch that your draws line up. Where you don't really have any filtering, and like, there's definitely a lot of clunk and air. Like, there's a lot of keeping slightly mana light hands and hoping you just hit a bunch of lands. Or keeping, like, slightly mana heavy hands and hoping you draw threats. Because that's kind of just the situation you put yourself in when you register something like this. Alright. Ooh, this hand is... that is tiniest bit awkward. I'm going to keep, though. I've got Chalice on 1. Turn 1. And I've got a Soul Land. The power level of this deck can be quite high when it draws well. Also, it lines up very well against both Miracles and Delver, which are both really well positioned decks at the moment. Or really popular decks, anyway. Was this a Chalice on one of their own? Okay. I could see that being the case, Shop. Eldrazi's definitely very bad against Moon Stompy. That much is for certain. think we want to cast this for 2. If we wait a turn, we can cast it for 3. Or even 4. Make this bigger. I don't want to make a 4/4. Is that crazy? That's probably fine. We should Chalice on 0, I think. Because there is a non-zero chance there on Steel Stompy. And the Chalice isn't doing anything else here. So they could have like a Mox Opal in hand, for example. I am unsure what to do with this. I might just make it for X equals 3. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a turn. I think getting a 4/4 instead of a 3/3 is a meaningful difference. It pumps our Mimic too. Yeah, that's also true. Shop could have Chrome Moxes if they're on Moon Stompy. So yeah, running out the Chalice and 0 seems good. Interesting. Oh, it's now Eldrazi Mirror. That's kind of exciting. We are, we should be in a good position in an Eldrazi Mirror if they've just, like, given up their City of Traitors. I'm gonna have a big endless one. Okay, so now we've drawn the Smasher. This turn I'm just gonna make this for 3. Because then we can smash next turn for sure. If they somehow Thought-Knot us, which seems incredibly unlikely, we have Spirit Guide Dismember to kill the Thought-Knot. Yeah, their hand seems really weak. Completely agree, Kaylee. Based on what's been happening so far. Like, we just don't care about this Reshaper at all. When we're going to be making a Smasher next turn, hitting them for 1,000,000. Nice, we get to save the Spirit Guide. And not have to, like, Legend Rule our Karakai. Well, there's an Urborg as well. That's funny. That's funny. We actually can't make this without taking damage, because we need this for colorless mana. So we couldn't have even done it off the Spirit Guide anyway. Yeah, we needed to draw the tomb. Exactly, I just realized that. You correct. I wonder if I'm just meant to Dismember this. Put them to 4. Probably not. I get to trade my Endless one, but then I can save my Dismember for like a Thought-Knot next turn, which seems really good. Or to like blow out a double block on the Smasher next turn if they just play another Dork. Eldrazi having colorless problems. Yeah, I'm not used to having 2 Karakas in my deck. I decided to play the second one because Reanimator's pretty big at the moment. As is Sneak and Show. Hit a land. They should name 8 pair. They did. Cool. Naming 8 means they can cast their Spirit Guides in the super late game if we somehow get to that point. Endless one. Okay. Interesting. I just meant to Dismember the Endless one now. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I can cast any big Eldrazi I draw anyway. So I can just wait. maybe take less damage off the Dismember if like I draw a Cavern. See, I can cast a Spirit Guide this turn and kill the Endless one. I think I do just want to kill the Endless one. It's like basically means they can't. I guess maybe they're gonna try and double block the Smasher and I let them do that and then I Dismember. That seems good. Yeah. I suspect they're gonna try and double block the Smasher here. They could also just trade their board with these, but then I have a Smasher on a clear board and they're just never gonna be able to take it down. So this seems good for me also. Right, let's name Ape. Red. Black. Black. Cast my Ape. We have Dismember up for Thought-Knot Seer. Or a Smasher on defense. Sick. Alright. The mirror is kind of embarrassing because you have like a lot of unexciting stuff. Like, I probably have to bring in these Karns just to replace the Chalices. It's like, do I bring in Ratchet Bomb? Ratchet Bomb's kind of trash, but probably... Hey Phil. Hope you're doing well. I suspect the Ratchet Bombs are going to be better than the Spyglasses. The Spyglass could like turn off an opposing Jitte maybe, or an opposing Endbringer. It would be nice to be able to interact with those cards. Is there any other really trashy stuff in our deck? I don't think so. I think I prefer Bomb over Spyglass. Warping Wail's also pretty garbage. I could see Spyglass being better than Wail. Wail only exiles Mimics. Adding a mana is fine, but kind of unexciting. I think I'll go like 1 and 1. I think they're both pretty bad, but I'd rather draw one of each than both of one. This hand is nice. Multiple, like 3 soul lands is absurd. And this one into Thought-Knot, or Ratchet Bomb into Thought-Knot, depending how we feel. Drawing this is interesting. I think it might be correct just to Wasteland the Temple. Like, obviously we're Wastelanding whilst behind on board, but cutting them off of a soul land seems potentially very high upside. Okay. Mimics keep coming. If they have soul land Thought-Knot next turn, we're probably just dead. I suspect I'm just casting Endless One this turn. I don't really want to take 2 off the tomb, and being able to block the Mimic sounds nice. Obviously the bomb can kill the Mimics, it just takes a while. Like, we tick up the bomb 2 turns in a row and then we get to kill them, so we'd take like minimum 8. I think I just want to make this a 2-2. And accept that, like, if they can cast a Thought-Knot next turn, the game's over. But if they just cast like a Matter Reshaper, I get to block a Mimic, which seems good. Please, no soul land. Oh wow. They don't have anything. That's so good for us. Jeez. Wasteland coming in clutch. I mean, we're flooding like crazy, but so it's gonna be good. This Thought-Knot. Yeah, let's just do this. I guess I want to attack first, since they can't really afford to block with us having a Thought-Knot, potentially having Thought-Knot this turn. I should have attacked before playing my land. It's like makes it more likely they trade, maybe. They're trading anyway. This is good for us. Means our Thought-Knot has clear attacks. It makes our Ratchet Bomb less likely to get a 2-for-1, but the Karakas is just as a mana source spell. You have to play some number of 1 mana producing lands, and it's like good against Sneak and Show and Reanimator. I'm gonna take their Thought-Knot, right? They hit a Soul Land, they get to smash us, which is rough. But I'm pretty sure we're just meant to take the Thought-Knot here. Just like cross our fingers that we can fade a Soul Land for a couple turns. Karakas is not a Soul Land. Huh. Alright, I mean, gotta get them dead. They have a much stronger hand than we do. Now we need to fade lands. Or Spirit Guides. Yeah, for sure shop. Like, in previous lists I had Mishra's Factories instead. Instead of Karakas's. I just think Karakas is really important at the moment. Huh. That's pretty good. I think we're probably just super dead, but Smasher is decent. I was probably not meant to play that Wastes. I've seen Eldrazi lists play Ghost Quarter as like a one-off before. And whereas like Waste isn't completely stock. It's just like could make them less inclined to Ghost Quarter us. Oh my god. I am very happy with that trade. Jesus. That's really surprising. Yeah, I think I'm willing to scoop this one up. They get to cast their Endbringer as well. I guess they don't get to cast... Yeah, they don't get to cast the Endbringer. Maybe I have a chance then. If I draw like an endless one and get to like block one of these. And then threaten to swing with a massive endless one. Yep. 8 lands, not great. Oh, I guess it was 9. Wasteland's kind of a spell though. Alright, we're on the play, which is going to be great for us. I think we just run this back. Maybe I was wrong about the Spyglass. Maybe we do just want another whale instead. Just to kill early mimics and stop things from snowballing. I mean, we have a Wasteland, we have a Soul Land. We don't have any big threats. I think this is probably probably a keep. It's just really, really unexciting. I really don't love keeping this. It's probably better than our average 6. Leading on Temple exposes us to Wasteland, but leading on Wasteland would maybe influence their first land drop. So I think leading on Temple is probably a touch better. Oh wow. Turn 1, Endless One for free, okay. That's fine, we have this Reshaper that can trade with it. I'm very okay with that. Them using their Spirit Guide up on the Endless One. I'm just going to untap and Wasteland them, I think. Get rid of this Soul Land. Yep, we have another. Okay. Get to cast our Reshaper. Be nice if we didn't draw like multiple lands every time we keep these 5-landers. Oh my god. Thought-Knot Seer. Ooh. If they have a Thought-Knot Seer and we can hit a land off this Reshaper, we get to like massively punish them for not pre-combating it. I think I put this in hand, right? Because then I can kill a Thought-Knot. Means I don't get my 2/2, but it means this dies, which I'm pretty into the idea of. Bye bye Smasher. That is maybe best possible draw. Maybe. Well, these ballistas seem like trash. Let's just take this Thought-Knot. And probably doesn't matter which land we play, like, at all. The ballistas are looking really awkward with that City of Traitors. Like, in order to build up their mana to make the ballistas grow a lot, they need to lose the city for like other land drops. And this one's being annoying because we really don't want to trade it with our Thought-Knot, but Ratchet Bomb was a great draw. We could be patient and hold these to like kill ballistas, but I think the ballistas just don't do anything. I just want to like get attacking. Alright, that is fine. That is a 1/1. That is best possible. guess we can't actually cast it as a spirit, but we're actually going to win a match. It's the mirror, so I don't know how much that counts for, but I'm going to win the mirror by the looks of things. Don't really think they can come back from this. Yeah, we're going to be 1-1 after this match. Assuming we win this. We could, like, hypothetically lose this. Like, these Smashes could trade. Then, like, they could draw a Thought-Knot to block our Thought-Knot. Or we could draw a Wasteland and easily win the game. By killing that Temple. That could also happen. But yeah, after this match, we'll hopefully be 1-1. We lost to Goblins round 1. And now the City of Traitors just looking incredibly awkward. Because they will never have a chance to rebuild their mana base. It must be said, the last few draw steps, we've been drawing exceptionally well. Okay. Gonna keep playing at my lands. I have Eye of Ugin in the deck. I'm actually gonna play Ancient Tomb for that reason. If I draw Eye of Ugin, I want to be able to activate it immediately. And like start playing 2/2s. I have not seen that chess guy. I've not even heard of that. Okay. Endbringer is a strong one. Oh, awesome, Phil. I hadn't heard of that at all. What? This is great. Oh my god. Not seen Tumble Magnet in a while. Alright, on to the third one. I know, right? Tumble Magnet. I don't think I've ever seen that in Constructed. Seems like fine. I guess it helps you break through board stalls. I don't know. Just like All Is Dust too much. I wish I could fit in second All Is Dust into the sideboard. Kind of just threw the sideboard together though. It was playable in Standard at release. I didn't realize it saw Standard playfill. That's really cool. Alright. On to the next one. Come on, turn 1 Chalice. That's all I want. Sounds fine. doesn't have a Chalice, but it has a couple threats. For in a creature matchup, the Jitte is going to do nice work. 2 soul lands. Obviously very soft to combo decks, but that's just kind of what we signed up for. I have to assume we're okay against Bayou. Oh my god. What's happening? What do I think about the results in Sao Paulo? I haven't looked at them that closely, just from the perspective of I've not really got much reason to focus on Modern at the moment, with like my next big events being Limited and Legacy. So I don't have any strong opinions. I do have a feeling that KCI is probably going to have to take a hit at some point. That deck is kind of unreasonable. I guess I just want to play an Endless one here. Maybe I just go max Endless one, put them on the 2-turn clock. It can be 4, 5, 6, so I hit them for 6, and then 8, and then 8. I assume this matchup is not great for us, but Titan Shift Life, that's your Sao Paulo thoughts. I was not expecting you to take such a bold position, Phil. Yeah, if we just make it for 5, we hit them for 5, and then 7 and 7. So we don't quite kill them. We do get to Jitte up that way. But I think I'm happy just like maxing out the Endless one here. They can beat Surgical. Like, Surgical is a tool against KCI that will sometimes win you games, but there are lots of times where they can play over the top of it. Like, if they can get to a point where they have 2 scrap trawlers in play before they're going off, that you just don't get to interact, right? What? Okay. Interesting. Guess we're just gonna attack with this Endless one. Yeah, the sad robot does seem interesting, Phil, for sure. So I can only attack with this, right? Because I have to pay 2. This is like Ghostly Prison. Like, I could see Solemn being the best 4-drop for that deck. I could see it being, like, more consistent than Bloodbraid, while still, like, enabling the creature plan post-board. Hey there, Zyrensis. Awesome to see you. Yeah, we're already gonna need, I think we're gonna need either an All's Dust post-board, or like a fast Chalice of the Void for this matchup. Otherwise it feels like they're just going to be really good at shutting us down. Although we are putting them to 1 here, which is kind of a thing. I don't actually know what that deck is, Irensis. Embarrassingly. So yeah, I can only attack with this because they have 2 grasses, right? I do get to put them to 1. They do have, then they have a Dryad Arbor to block my Endless one next turn. I can think of exactly 1 person who will be upset they've missed this match, Phil. And I believe that that person shares a name with me. You play Magus of the Mind instead of Emrakul and Children of Corliss. That's wild, Zyrensis. I think I've seen something like that. It's like kind of absurd. I'm probably not gonna play that purely because I'm mainly looking to play decks I could realistically end up playing at the PT on stream. I'm like pretty unlikely to play this deck, to be honest, but kind of wanted to give it a try just because I think it's pretty good against Delver and Miracles, which are both really popular online. Most likely to end up on a Stoneforge Mystic deck at the moment. I've been really enjoying the various Stoneforge decks. Donations for Leylines incoming. Oh my god, Phil. Yeah, Eldrazi seems well positioned in some regards. I'm surprised I haven't seen like more people talking about it. I know it's not like the most exciting deck in the world, but at the moment things are looking okay for us. We've got 2 lethal creatures and can attack both through their Elephant Grass. So we might get there. They could also just find another Elephant Grass. If they ever find a solitary confinement, we're in a lot of trouble. They haven't played one yet, but okay, that's a blocker. So they're just dead, right? I think they're just dead. So they only have the 1 blocker and we have 2 creatures. And because they have to sack an Elephant Grass to the upkeep cost, they only have the 1 left. So I think we got this somehow. This matchup does not feel great for us, but I think we got there. How have you found Karn? We haven't actually drawn Karn yet. I'm really looking forward to drawing Karn. It seems like a sweet tool for this deck to have access to. These Stompy decks have always struggled with not having any card selection or like real card advantage, and Karn definitely helps with that like a lot, right? So I'm looking forward to drawing Karn at some point. Yeah, that's true, Phil. Eldrazi struggles against like some combo decks. It depends what combo decks you're up against, but it's definitely not ideal for the deck to be facing combo in general. I need to get 2 more cards. I don't love the Matter Reshapers in this matchup. They don't really like contribute to the early aggression well, but they're also not as like impactful as these things when you're having to like pay mana to get past an Elephant Grass. So I think I'm just gonna cut some Reshapers. I think the Thorns are probably actually pretty good. They really slow down my opponent's ability to like dig through their deck with Enchantress triggers. This hand has no interaction, but I think it's a keep. I think this is a keep. We've got the turn 1 Mimic, and Endbringer is going to be really strong. And our mana is like perfect. So I think this is a fine hand, even if it's not like exciting. Guess we lead on Temple. I guess if I had led on Ancient Tomb, I'd get to cast Spirit Guide turn 2, but I think we're saving this to power out other things. If we draw another Spirit Guide, we get to Endbringer on 2, which is really exciting. Okay, they have their Enchantress. I think I'm gonna offer... yeah, this can't even trade with the Mimic, so we definitely get an attack in here. Drawing a couple lands with this hand, obviously not ideal, but we still get to cast Endbringer next turn, which is going to be a really, really strong card against them. The fact it can ping them even if they have Elephant Grass down is pretty big. Can also just draw us cards. Ooh, they have the Seal in play, otherwise I'd be tempted to play this. But I'm just going to get down my big old 5/5. Can't attack because of the grass. Next turn I think we're just going to start drawing cards, looking for Ratchet Bombs. We could attack for 5 instead, but I don't know. It's kind of tough to figure out which is right. If I had an extra Aula's, if I had a second Aula's Dust, it would be definitely correct to draw cards. As it is, yeah, Ratchet Bomb seems absurd here. Agree completely. I think I actually like attacking for 5 and then drawing a card on their turn. I think that's probably the best option. Like, attacking for 5 starts to get them in the range where, like, pinging them out of the game is kind of realistic. Because Legacy's great, Mafioso. Oh my god, Phil. Don't encourage more future Enchantress players. We're actually not super far off, like, Eye of Ugining up a Aula's Dust. Which is kind of absurd. There's an argument for pinging them here. I guess they have to block anyway, right? Pinging's probably just incorrect. They have to chump block anyways. Potentially. I just want to draw cards. I want to find more interaction, more spirit guides to power out searching for Aula's Dust. Smasher. Alright, how does this work? It costs 3 mana to cast a Smasher, then we get to attack with 2 5/5s. They have to chump this one, otherwise they die to the ping. So that seems great. Enchantress players are just Bogles players that don't like tapping things. Oh my god. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, so we can cast the Smasher. I guess since they're chumping the Endbringer anyway, we just attack with these two and get in an extra damage, right? Yeah, this gets us an extra 1 damage. There is a lot of pillow forting. Alright, 1U. Is there any reason to cast the Chalice for 0? I don't think there is. So now the Endbringer gets 2. Ping them to 4. We'll have like at least 2. I guess we have 3 lethal threats next turn. Because the Reshaper is also lethal with the additional ping the turn after from Endbringer. Rip Doomsday, our sweet prince. Oh my god. I feel so sorry. There's a Doomsday player back where I learnt to play Magic. It's like, over the course of 2 years, he's had Top and then Probe both ripped from him. Now we need to find an All's Dust. I guess we have to ping them now, right? I guess Ratchet Bomb also plays. Ratchet Bomb might be a bit slow to get out of this. James in Bristol is so very sad. We get to kill the Serra Sanctum. I get to land this Fawn to slow them down a tiny bit. They have the seal, but let's get drawing. Oh, they have this for All's Dust, so we just need to find Ratchet Bomb. Okay, makes sense. Okay. I suspect we've lost this one, but they could draw like badly from here. I guess they have Miri's Guile to help with that. Like the Gaddock Teague shutting down All's Dust is the main problem here. Otherwise we'd be like pretty close to tutoring up the All's Dust. Is Enchantress viable again? I hope not. We shall see. Okay. Cost reduction is gone. Cost increasing, rather. I should yield to this garbage. Mafioso and Phil with the correct response. It's your favorite card, Aaron. Oh my god, my Mimic. I loved that Mimic so much. Yeah, this is rough, Jarvis. This is rough. Not gonna lie. Might scoop when I cast this Thought-Knot Seer. I foresee a scoop in my future. Wait, what? Do they have... Oh, you have Shroud? Clearly, I know what widely played legacy card Solitary Confinement does. Clearly, I am very familiar with that card. Huh. Solitary Confinement is a legacy staple. Yeah, we've been digging towards the Ratchet Bomb. It's probably a bit too slow, in all honesty, considering they just discarded, like... You linked it during sideboarding, you did. You sure did try your best to save me from myself. All these elf shamans are just ruining legacy. I'm just gonna move on with my life. All these elf shamans just ruining legacy. Ban all elf shamans. I wonder if I want, like, Dismember for Gaddock Teague. I think Rex Age is a May. Pretty sure it's a May. I'm just gonna run this back. It's probably great. Good to be on the play this time. Huh. I think this is good enough. We need lands, but we've got Thorn. Any land lets us turn 2 Thought-Knot. If not, we can go Mimic into turn 3 Thought-Knot. Landing a turn 1 Thorn seems really good. Whatever. Banning Argothian Enchantress, reasoning unbanning Deathrite Shaman, unleashed a deck that was kept in check for a long time, but is now averaging 63% of the field with above 50% win rate. Oh my god. I'm going to cast this now because I want to stop them casting their 1-mana growth enchantments. We great. We the luckiest in the world. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. Oh my god, their hand is so slow. Go. Yeah, I want to try that list, Matthew, so I actually have that built up at the moment. I built it this morning so I could play it. The Grixis list looks really sweet. I don't know how this happens, it just does. I can't explain it. Cannot explain this exceeding amount of luck. Need some anti-true name tech. Interesting. Yeah, Edict's a bit awkward against true name. You could just play Deluge. You could even play Engineered Plague. I think Engineered Plague could be decent at the moment. And you can just like Plague on Merfolk. Like, I think Engineered Plague might actually be a decent sideboard card at the moment. You can bring it against Death and Taxes as well, and name Human. I'm going to be back in a moment. Just going to head to the bathroom, then we'll hop into our next match, 2-1 with Eldrazi. Hey, hey. It is non-zero awkward that Plague on Human also kills your Snapcaster mages, but it's interesting. Alright, what have I missed? Yeah, Plague helps against elves as well, for sure. It's the most disappointing. Oh my god. Ah, this is going okay so far. Hey there, Intolerable. How are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. I'd like to think that isn't the only job when I do that, but... But yes, I do need to get better at not blocking Mew. It's just so easy. I just like swing my chair around and... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is a very important job. For sure. Strong agree. Where's my match? I want a Thought-Knot Seer, people. See some thoughts. I am really sad we've not got to cast this card yet. I guess we've only boarded it in... We boarded it in twice, right? Just haven't drawn it yet. London is very expensive. London is, like, absurdly expensive. When my housing contract here is up, I'm probably just gonna move somewhere cheaper. It's kind of a lot. Ooh, Chalice on the play. Keep. Need to draw some threats, but... Scion is non-zero amounts of awkward and clunk. Second Jitte, no threats. But sometimes you win the game on turn 1. Force. No force. Okay. Exciting. Ooh, I hope we're against Rug Delver and they just can't remove this ever. They might cast a Tarmogoyf next turn and then we die, but... yeah, that seems pretty good. Cast my Mimic. They could daze this Jitte, but I have a Spirit Guide. And if they daze this Jitte, then they aren't casting a Goyf next turn. Yeah, tolerable. Legacy's really cool at the moment. I miss Deathrite Shaman a lot, but I'm finding it fun exploring all the different decks at the moment. If they're on Delver, I am surprised they have not scooped yet, but... I guess if they were on Delver, they'd have just cast 1-drops into the Chalice turn 1, right? To make Goyf bigger. So they're probably not on Delver, even though these would indicate otherwise. Okay. That is fine. I get to Jitte. Holy cow. That is an unrealistic draw. Pumps my Mimic. Means the Mimic doesn't trade with the Goyf anymore. Clears out, like, another Tarmogoyf from their hand. Those are magical cards. So assuming they have, like, an Abrade main deck, let's say, for this Chalice, I guess I probably want to take the Brainstorm. Actually, I want to take the thing that can grow Goyf, right? They only have the 1 sorcery. So they could cast this into the Chalice to make a future Goyf bigger. So I want to take the Forked Bolt. You think we take the Brainstorm? I feel like the chance they have, like, an Abrade main deck is so low. I kind of want to, limit the card types for future Tarmogoyfs. So I think I'm taking the Forked Bolt. Weirdly. Because then they don't have a sorcery anymore. Yeah, there's a Chalice in play. That is true, Phil. Need to be aware that this is just like another day. Yeah, they cannot beat this Jitte. Agree. I think I just want to kill this Tarmogoyf before they can like untap and spew some instants into the bin. You know the best thing? Next turn, we get to cast and equip this other Jitte. To be clear, I'm very well aware it's legendary. So Rogue Delver. Ratchet Bomb seems good. Thorn doesn't seem like the best. like fine, but especially on the draw it seems kind of derpy. I think All's Dust is probably a bit expensive too against the Wasteland deck. But it does deal with true names if games go long at all. It is historic in many ways. I think I just want these Ratchet Bombs. I don't think any of the other stuff appeals too much. I'm not sure what I'm carding for them. I don't really want to cut a land because of their Wastelands. Like, even though Karakas looks pretty unexciting, just anything that produces mana seems relevant. I guess the whales are pretty bad, huh? They only kill delvers. I guess they can counter, like, a ponder or something, but I'm pretty happy to cut those. Eldrazi. Eldrazi's a great nuclear. Why are you bad-mouthing my tentacled friends? I am not in love with this. Like, doesn't have a soul land. Seems very unexciting in general. This seems worse. Alright, this is good. We have turn 1 Chalice. It's on the draw, so they have like dazes and stuff that can interact with it, but seems like a fine keep. I'm pretty interested in this, I think. Two ones for two. OP. I don't want to run my Chalice into a spell snap. So I think I'm just gonna cast my Endless one for 2 and then pass the turn. Just like get my 2/2 down. If they want to spell snare it, it's fine because it gets the spell snare out of the way. So that we can Chalice next turn. And then if they don't Wasteland us, we can like Chalice through a daze. Thanks to the Spirit Guide. Bolt. Sure. Yeah, that was kind of absurd. Intolerable. That was kind of absurd. I just want to Wasteland them. Still a bit scared of Spell Snare. Obviously they could Stifle this, but I think Stifle's pretty bad in this matchup. I feel like they'd have probably boarded out their Stifles. So like, obviously we kind of need the Wasteland to produce our own mana, but there was a chance that we just cut them off mana there and win the game. And like realistically we need to draw soul lands to cast our threats anyway. The Wasteland doesn't help towards it that much. Okay. Please no daze. Force. Okay. Well, they don't currently have a threat, so... Oh wow, Zyrensis, that's awesome. What turn was that on? How do we beat a 5/6? Like, serious question, how do we beat a 5/6? I don't know that we can beat a 5/6. Turn 3, that's decent. I assume Leyline of the Void is not good enough in this matchup. And you just like want to keep your deck as consistent as possible. To the extent that you could call this deck consistent. Like, Leyline would obviously make Mongoose really pathetic. And like cap Goyf at a 3/4. Which is a lot less scary, but I think we just want to be as consistent as possible. Just gonna run it back. Oh wow, that's so cool. I could see that deck being sweet. This is fine. We make both of these turn 1. Then we have like Wasteland to disrupt them. Can build towards this Chalice in a little while. I'm gonna keep this. It's like if they want to Wasteland us to lock us off of mana for casting bigger things, then they're going to take a bunch of damage in the process. It's slightly awkward that Wastelanding them locks us off of casting Chalice for a while, but I suspect we'll probably just Wasteland them depending on what they do here. Just to slow down their development. I think I'm fine with offering this trade. I think there's a decent chance they don't even take it, and even if they do, it stops them having a clock on board. Oh wow, they just don't have a second land? That's absurd. Alright. Deal. Right, let's, if we can fade them having a second land for 1 turn and land this Chalice. Yeah, 100%. They could get to use up, like, the Force that might be in their hand this way, but instead of like losing cards to discarding to hand size. But we could also just win the game on the spot, which I kind of like the idea of. Alright. Well, this is going to be a hard one for them to come back from. I'm feeling confident about this. Now this is just normal Eldrazi, Michael. It has Chalice of the Void and Thorn of Amethyst, but other than that it's just large Eldrazi creatures. So the 1-drops don't matter, right? Because of the Chalice. So all that matters is the Abrade and the Goyf. I think I want to take the Goyf. Like, they can Abrade the Chalice, but then that's just going to take so much time. Whilst the Goyf can, like, block down our board. Yeah, it was kind of absurd. Those like first few months after the Eldrazi cards hit. Honestly, it was probably better to have missed it. Now, like, Eldrazi's at a nice power level in Legacy. People adapted. Yeah, Eldrazi Winter was kind of the low. Like, kind of the worst. I did not enjoy playing Eldrazi Winter, which was entirely my fault. If I had just been playing Eldrazi, I'd have probably been winning a bunch more, but even playing the Eldrazi decks didn't seem very fun. Just like having to play mirror matches all the time. Oh, that's cool, Intolerable. I could see that deck being like fine against Eldrazi. We are against Matt Light. Ooh, this hand is nice. We get to make 3 Isamaru's turn 1. And we have like solid mana for casting any future threats we draw. It's really soft to combo, but against any sort of fair deck, we're probably just going to run them over. It's a Chalice on 1. Faithless Looting. So we're playing against Dredge, maybe? Or Reanimator. I guess Reanimator is the most likely thing. Turn 1 Faithless Looting up a mountain. I don't know. We'll find out. Right. Let's cast some garbage. Do I want to cast this for 2 or hold it? I think I just want to cast it. Yeah, I think I just want to cast this. Because, like, we're looking to draw into another spell in the next couple turns anyway. Get in, like, as much early damage as possible. We have the Karakas if they're on Reanimator, which is nice. Yeah, this Karakas is going to be great. Okay, let's just Thought-Knot Seer here, see what's going on over there. Matt's draw has not panned out. Yep. Let's bring in some hate cards. Thorn might be good enough. I think All Is Dust is too slow. Spyglass can turn off Grizzlebrand, but we're just not beating a Grizzlebrand anyway. I guess we can Karakas it, but like lining up Spyglass with our Karakas seems unrealistic. I think I definitely want the Leylines, it's just whether I want the Thorns. I think on the play, the Thorns are going to be really good. On the draw, I'm like less sure. Yeah. I mean, it looked like his hand had 2 lootings in it, right? You just hope the lootings smooth things out. But didn't work out in the end. I do like the idea of the Thorns, it's just what do I cut? I can probably like cut the wastes, just go down a land. And I could cut the Warping Wails, they seem pretty bad. Can counter Exhumes. I think on the draw though, countering an Exhume is going to be really hard to do. I kind of like Endbringer for shutting down the big creatures in combat eventually. Maybe it's just too slow though. Could also see Reshaper being bad. Maybe the Reshaper should be a second Reshaper should be a Wastes. I don't know, Kansas. I'm probably not going to be playing M19 for another week or two because I'm focusing on Legacy, so don't really know much about when it's up. I prefer this. Just keep all my mana. Having as much mana as possible lets me mulligan towards Leyline more aggressively, which seems good. Sneak. I could not possibly ask for a better hand. I guess we could ask for the second Karakas to be something else, but you know, can't be too greedy. Alright, so we can cast this for 0, then cast a Mimic. Because there's a Chancellor trigger we need to get through. I just want to get my Mimic in play this turn, since it's going to output damage the fastest. This is going pretty well. We get to take our Reshaper. Huh. I thought you'd want to take the Reshaper since it's like a clock. I guess that's fine though. Probably doesn't matter too much one way or the other. I guess like maybe he has Show and Tell Elishnorn. And just wants to be able to raff the whole board. Get to kill a land here if we want. I might just rather play the 2-1. I don't know, cutting off a mana's nice. Especially if there's a Show and Tell in hand. We kind of have, like, it doesn't change our clock playing the Mimic, right? Only changes our clock specifically if we draw a Reshaper, and we even boarded 2 Reshapers out. I don't anticipate he has brought in Stronghold Gambit against me, since we have so many creatures in our deck, so I'm just going to play out the Mimic. Sick. 4-1. 4-1 with Eldrazi. That is a very nice start to the day. Deck felt entirely reasonable. What did we lose to in round 1? We lost to something in round 1. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's to Goblins. Yeah, our only loss was to Goblins. So that's not too concerning. and we beat Rug Delver and Reanimator, which are the two things we actually care about. We beat Enchantress, Mafioso, which is decent. Yeah, this deck's not nice.